Today's morning of the 20th of September 25. I'm going to do some filming practice on the Waihaha track to the hut today. You see, here I go. So here we are at the shelter at the car park. Straight ahead is where the bike track / walk track goes, following the stream. There's the van. I'm the driver for the others. So we'll head up this way shortly to cross the bridge and then onto the track. Right, it's 9:42. Van all locked up. So we're heading on to our track. We take about 3 hours, a bit longer to get to the hut. Right, that's to the car park. You've got to come back onto the main road and just go across the bridge. And then once you cross the bridge, immediately on your left there is where the track starts. There we are. Cross the bridge. New sign here. Wasn't here about a month ago when we came here. So the track. A lovely fine day for walking into the hut. The river's nice and calm, so that's a good sign. No wind around today. There was quite a few cars at the car park. I think most of them are probably biking, but I'm suspecting there might be a few people going to the hut. Whether it's a day trip or a night or overnight, I'm not sure. Looks like tyre marks on the track, so some of these people from the car park might be biking along here or to the hut. So hopefully it's in and out for a day bike. So hopefully I can save a couple of beds for a couple of ladies that I'm under instructions or doing. You can hear the river. Not much views at the moment. We'll be coming up to some good views soon. Come from there, so we're a bit of a descent down towards the river, which you can probably hear. There is quite a few rapids along the river, hence the noise you can hear. Just looking back up the bridge a little bit, see. Here's a little side track to the stream, only about 5-10 metres. I'll try and, I'm pretty sure this is the point where you can walk out and go downstream a little bit on some big rock platforms. But obviously the river is very high still and fast flowing, so no luck again. It was the same about a month or so ago when we came through here. So we're heading straight ahead. And here's another view of the stream, where all those rapids are, these sort of big flat rocky platforms that you can walk across. Obviously no way at the moment. Probably in the high summer when there's been no rain. I have been across there, so oops, we're coming up to a sort of a swing bridge. Keep forgetting about this one, but I mean, in an emergency, you can probably camp here if you had to, or find something up in the bush. But there's a bridge. It's a good bridge, you know. It's only for one person at a time, so I won't film while I'm crossing. Just need so safely across the bridge. Looks like I might have pushed a button, stop the filming prior to crossing the bridge, but never mind. I had to put the phone in my little pouch I'm carrying, just so I don't lose it. So again, there's some flat areas here to camp in an emergency. The track or the easy part of the track, goes straight ahead and does a loop up to the top of this section here. There's another track, shortcut. Just came up this track here. We'll go up here in front. So we climb up a little bit from the bridge. A bit of a muddy patch here for Judith. That climb up off the river is not steep at all. Now back on a flatter section. Majority of the track is generally flattish. Some easy undulation. Do get some rutted sections, but easy to contend with. Back to a bit more climbing, just easy climbing. Probably a bit steeper coming this way. Can be a bit tricky coming down if it's wet, like it is at the moment. A little bit wet, but there's still a lot of dry spots to walk down, so you don't have to slip. You just need to take it easy coming down the section. Phew. Still going uphill. I think we eventually come out to a nice lookout shortly. Just come around a bend. So the top is not that far up here now. Right, here we are. Coming up to our lookout point. It's a lookout point there. Come back in a sec. So the track continues. A bit more of an easier uphill up here. So we just come up here. So walk on. Carefully have a look at the lookout point. I might go right to the edge. But you can see it's a lovely day. Beautiful views, clearish skies. Yep. A good rest spot this. I just got to that lookout just about 50 minutes from the car park, which is good. I'll probably look at stopping about 11:15 for a bit of a break, lunch snack. Got to have our lunch snacks, eh, Jim? Right, track goes ahead, but there's a side track here. It goes up to a lovely sort of a picnic stop. It's a bit early for me today. We'll go up there because there's another track that comes back to the main track. Maybe be able to get some more views. Probably camp here too if you had to. Not much spots though, but it's called Bill's Rest. So on a lovely day like this, get some views, but it's a lovely open spot to have a break. So I've come back onto the main track, and if you didn't want to stop there, you just come up this track here. It's only a very short side trip, so on a lovely sunny day like this, even just for a 5 or 10 minute snack break or a lunch break, it's a lovely spot. I'm starting to get a bit peckish at the moment. I had breakfast about 7:30, so I might stop soon once I find a nice spot, have some lunch. That's the trouble when starting from a start point, or even from home, when you drive a few hours to your track start. I mean, it's a few hours already eaten up while you're not tramping, so coming up to a section now, so a bouldery, rocky path. You just need to be careful coming down them. And it's a bit damp, but today's nice and fine. It'll get dried out. There's more to come shortly, which can make a lovely spot for another snack lunch break, because it's in the open and you're in the sun. Lovely views of the river. Just talked to a young hunter with a young son. I think they just come in for a few hours. They didn't go to the hut, but the young lad, he's only about 6 or 7 or so. He was getting a bit tired, so he's walking out. So I think he said there's another guy up here shortly. This track is a lovely track. sort of well graded, easy to follow. I know the Waihaha Hut is very popular because it's only about a 3-hour walk from the car park. I think this track is much more pleasant and easier for younger people, especially the young kids and families, than that Waihaha track to the hot pools. I can't remember the name offhand. That track, Waihaha's might be a bit longer than this track, although I think it's about the same time-ish. But there's some fairly tough sections for young kids, young families, babies and that. So I certainly enjoy this track a lot more. A bit of a nuisance. I hit the stop button again accidentally, but I've just been, another guy just caught up with me. We just walked along a little bit to this beginning of this open area, which I want to do some more filming, and I'll have a stop shortly. But this guy is going to the hut for tonight, and he's about another 4 or 5 of his group coming in, and apparently there is also another 5 or 6 people at the hut, or going to the hut today. So the hut's going to be very full. I probably won't be able to save any beds, Judith and Miriam. Probably going to have to sleep on the floor. Or there is a nice porch, which is undercover, or a veranda porch at the hut that you could, if you want to sleep outside and test your sleeping system. But there's some shelter anyway, so unless you want to share a tent with somebody. Just come out of that semi-open flat area. Got a bit of a gradual climb. Have a spur shortly. And I think we begin to enter the bush on the way to the hut. I haven't stopped yet for lunch, but I'll do it fairly shortly. Just have a rest. Most of the little east side ditches, streams, either got a bridge or one of these platform bridges. Coming up to a waterfall, you can hear it. Yeah, there is a track up there, you can see to the left, but I've never bothered going up there. hopefully we're coming to this open area on the rocks where I can have a quick stop. Looks like I might be finally coming up to this open area, open grassed area. I'll stop here and have a break. Hi.
You got a nice spot there.
Yeah, I've done this trick quite a few times in the past. So. Right, just had my lunch break, about 20 minutes. So just a very short route and coming up to this longer open area, much flatter, more scope if you had to camp. The previous place was quite lumpy. So I think we kind of head straight up and there. So while I was having my lunch, 6 more people walked past. So that's probably that group, that guy I was talking to a bit earlier. He said there's about 5 or 6 behind him. I think most of them have got tents anyway, so depends on how many are tenting and how many in the hut, but looks like the hut will be pretty full tonight. Right. Another camp spot area. At least one tent in there, and it looks like somebody has camped here in the past. Bit of a, you see where some ashes are. Used to be a fire. Looks like we might be coming up to this. Big rocky area. It's a bit open, you can get some good views of the river. Walking through some lovely bush now. Just coming out of the bush section. Still haven't come to this open rocky area yet. Keep forgetting roughly where it is, but I'm pretty sure we're coming up to it now. It's probably closer to the hut than I thought. I'll do some filming when we get there. I'm pretty sure we are getting closer now. Do remember this. Don't want to. People probably have gone down here, check the river out, which you can't really see from this angle. So we'll carry on a little bit here. Hopefully you can hear the river. Some more rapids. Here we are. Yep, we're coming up to this open rocky area. Yeah, it's a view of a rapid. Going through a big cutting in here. So that's where we've come from. We're heading on. Right, let's carry on. Take it easy while I'm filming. I heard somebody coming up behind me. So here we are, here's a nice rocky area where people can sit in the sunshine. There's a bit of a trek going down there to get some better view, or get some views of the river. But we won't go down there. So there's plenty of nice seating here in the sunshine, having a break. So I think we're getting pretty close to the hut now. We're back in the bush now. I know we come out of the bush to the hut, open area clearing where the hut is, so this might be the final bit of section. haven't seen these bikers come back out, so I wonder if they're staying put or gone somewhere else. Unless the tyre marks are from yesterday. It's bushwalker, even though it's flattish, sort of a bit longer than you envisage. Just had another chat to a hunter with a dog. He hasn't found anything. He had been to the hut. He said there's a few people there. There's also some hunters at the hut as well. But this other group of 6 or 7 that passed me, apparently they've just not long arrived at the hut anyway, so there were no tents put up that the hunter could see, so hopefully I can find a spot. Finally, we're approaching the hut. Not many tents have been put up yet. We're in the grass anyway. I'll stop filming shortly. Find a spot to put my tent up. That's the hut there. Come in the bush. You know, fat spot here where people have camped before. Right, my ZFAX tent is up. I don't think the ground is terribly flat. Another angle. Another view inside the tent. Plenty of space. One person, even if it's a little person like me. Right, bed set up. Now, might have a quick drink before I go and check the others out.